Today we're living in a world that is very different from our own because what continent has the least industry besides Antarctica? Which continent has the least amount of people besides Antarctica? Which continent probably has the least impact on the game besides Antarctica? And that continent is Australia, except for today, because Australia is now a very different place. Of course, we're still led by our good friend John Curtin, but yeah, besides that, everything is completely different. Welcome to Australia, a place where we have tons of civilian factories everywhere, a whopping 42 civilian factories to be exact, and we have, 376,000 manpower on. Volunteer only, oh yes. And I believe we have a new focus tree too, as a new place. We should have a new focus tree. We still are a puppet of Britain, I think. Yeah, we still are. But the thing is, we have more civilian factories. The same military, more civilian, less divisions, and of course less ships, but I think we're doing quite well today. So welcome to the great and glorious Australia. We probably don't want to be helping Britain, but I kind of want to help Britain at the same time. Okay, so here's my decision, and I'll tell you guys why I'm doing it. I want to go the democratic path, which seems boring, I know. Usually is boring going the democratic path, but we actually have a lot of focuses that can let or force, I don't know, France and Britain to give us all their colonies in the surrounding area, and I think Dutch East Indies too. So we can get everything peacefully, and then here's the big thing. Who always wins in vanilla? Germany. And so if we went like communist or fascist and just took over everything, then we would just help the same thing happens that always happened. And even though the communists are technically on the side of the Allies, still, we would go to war with the Allies and just make everything less likely. It's a hard thing. I guess we could join the Comintern and help take over, but our goal will have two goals. To restore a democratic order to all this area, end imperialism and create a great Oceania, and to stop the Axis powers' little party that they're having in Europe at the same time. That's the goal of this playthrough. So I guess we will start with, oh, that's pretty good. Australian National University. It would be good to get a research slot. We only have 2, so we better start off with that. We are not doing so well in the research category. That's one thing the mod hasn't changed just yet. Well, I guess that focus will fix things right up. Do you know what would be really funny? We have a lot of civilian factories, and a lot of military factories, and a lot of manpower. It would be really cool if we could make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heavy tanks. And I guess, considering how I counted those provinces, you can probably tell what I'm thinking. I guess if I do defend France, the one problem is then the Soviet Union will never join the war. Yeah, we probably should let France fall. It's sad, but if the Soviet Union helps us take out the Axis, things will be better. But that would still be pretty fun to make the heavy tanks, maybe another time, but today we'll let France fall. We'll just prepare to actually re-invade France once Germany's at war with the Soviet Union. How long does the Soviet Union hold off against Germany, though? That's the question. I haven't actually tested it out yet. Well, oh wait, I actually am in. I keep forgetting that I'm not actually in La Resistance, so I kind of know, but it's been a long time. Yeah, Australia today is truly the best continent. Look at these bonuses. Look at this. Plus 0.2 political power, which actually is bad. It's complicated, don't ask. But then we get 50% monthly population and 25% civilian factory construction speed for 350 days. And then we have baby bonus, which for losing even more political power, we get plus 250% monthly population. Wow. Not overpowered. well, maybe a little overpowered, but... And of course, we also, like the United States, have the Great Depression. But, unlike the United States, we only have to do this one focus, and then it's, like, cut in half. Well, I guess the United States, like, has the same thing, pretty much. We're a lot like the US. We're pretty much a mini US with more military factories, but with like 1/3 of the civilian factories. So we'll see what we can do. Wow, and we can already remove the Great Depression entirely. That's amazing. This is not overpowered at all, I promise. This is really hard, you know, playing as Australia with 43 civilian factories. Oh. Okay, and here's where we choose our government, who has come out on top after the 1937 election. Labour is re-elected. There we go. So now we can do the Rose of Democracy and form a great Oceanic Union or something. Hopefully all of our friends will give everything over so that we can protect them from the Empire of Japan and such. Or, yeah, just Japan. Oh, and look at the infrastructure in Australia. Oh, I've never seen everything so good. Wow, this is insane. Oh, wow, it's gonna make it way easier for someone to invade us, but I don't think anybody's gonna get close to us today. This is... it's amazing. And do we have... I don't actually think we have focuses to get the Dutch East Indies, so maybe we'll have to get it through war. Well, actually, I don't think we can go to war as a puppet. Union flag flies over Hong Kong. Oh no. Fortress of Democracy. Singapore Conference. Okay, the Singapore Conference. Maybe. Oh yeah, okay. So there is something with the Dutch East Indies. That's cool. And you know a focus tree is good when they have to make all of them take 7 days just so you can complete them all, and 28 days for this one. That's still incredibly short, huh? What? They give us everything and then they actually give us a bad focus, which I guess is okay because they've given us so many good focuses in the upcoming election. Support for the Labour Party is high, but the people having confidence in John Curtin's leadership. However, the party's pursuit of increasing Australia's focus on military matters has not been entirely popular. Wait, is this just vanilla or is this like event with the mod? Go back to early mobilization? I really don't want to go back to early mobilization. But then we lose war support and then it'll force us... wait. Yeah, because then we will have less than 25 war support, so we have to go back. Okay, sure. That must be just a vanilla event, honestly. This mod would never put something in that weakened us. Okay, and we snuck back onto partial mobilization. Hopefully no one notices. Okay, and we have affirmed our loyalty to the great British Empire, and now it is finally time to propose an Oceanic Union. Hopefully Great Britain will accept that Oh, actually not Great Britain, it's actually New Zealand will accept it. They're our pretty good friends. They have max opinion of us, so why not? I guess maybe we should have a stronger army to intimidate them into accepting, but yeah, I don't think it matters. New Zealand accepts. Thank you, New Zealand. You were always my best friend, but now your land is mine. There we go. The Oceanic Union, our nice toothpaste whitish blue color. Beautiful. Let's delete all these units for now, so we'll train some better ones in their place. But now let's petition the British and the French to get all their islands, and then we can move on to bigger and better things like the Dutch East Indies and Indochina. Okay, now France's and Britain's random islands down here in the South Pacific are all ours, and it's time to move on to this area in the Southeast Asia. Now isn't this blessed? The Australian Hong Kong core state. John Curtin's new paradise right there. And I noticed we had a decision called Nation Building in British Malaya because British Malaya is now our puppet. I didn't even notice, but yeah, now they're our puppet and we're a puppet of the UK. That's kind of random, but okay. Oh, and I like this focus, Austrian evacuation, you know, because we're Australia and we're letting the Austrians come. Also, somehow Republican Spain ended up winning, so, well, pretty much winning. I didn't even send any volunteers. I don't know how that happened, but now we can't get our civilian factory advisor because they won. Well, it's not like we're building civilian factories this late into the game anymore, but it's still kind of sad. They agreed to our proposal of getting everything. So now the Dutch East Indies are still called the Dutch East Indies for some reason, but they're actually the Australian East Indies, along with British Malaya already, and the Republic of Vietnam is also our puppet too. That's nice. Is the Raj? No, not the Raj. That'd be ridiculous. More civilian factories than pre-war Germany. Not overpowered at all. Well, I guess they could have 102 potentially, and then they would have more than us, but I don't think that's the case. We're pretty strong right now. Of course we don't have an army, but it's like we don't really need an army until Germany's at war with the Soviet Union in, like, what is it, 41 historically? So we have quite a while. I'm preparing some 40 widths to maybe go help secure Africa, just because I'm not sure how incompetent the AI allies are, so we'll have to see for sure. If maybe they can do it themselves, hopefully, but we'll have to see. And China is entering the phase where they start to fall, so we'll also prepare defense in Vietnam. It'll be really hard to defend against Siam and Japan, but we'll do our best. It looks like the UK is doing a good job in Africa, but we'll join the war just to help them. I'm sure they'll let us in, yeah. I was surprised they didn't just immediately call us in. But yeah, we'll use our 40 widths to make this even faster, and then maybe they can actually help out in France? I don't know, that might not even be a good idea. I'm sure they can't hold France. They can't even hold that border with Italy. Yeah, we might be able to grab their ports. Oh, they have one. I forgot about that port right there. Oh, they took that from the French, actually, really fast. Okay, well, the Benelux is falling. France, there's not much hope for them, but that's good. We want France to capitulate so that Germany will declare war against the Soviet Union. Yeah, in Africa, things are going well. We got a bunch of units encircled over here. A lot of them have already been taken out. And we should be able to maybe grab this last port, and then everything will be encircled. Well, we can at least get them air superiority, so it's a little harder for Germany to invade, but it's pretty much already over without our help. And it looks like we'll be taking their last port. France capitulates like expected. Okay, and we've won East Africa, and then North Africa should be about the same. Well, I wasn't able to get all my divisions to Norway in time to defend their ports, but maybe we can counterattack, possibly. I don't know, it might be too late already, but we'll try. Okay, well, we had to evacuate from Norway. We held on for a while, and Germany lost a ton of manpower trying to attack us there. See, we've caused the most casualties to the German Reich. That's great. Oh, we've actually lost a lot, too, though. That's actually surprising. I'm surprised we lost that many. Well, I wish I could finish it in one video, but I don't have enough time. It's been fun, though, going through the focus tree so far, and I'll finish the war next time if you guys are interested. Thanks for watching, and see you guys then, hopefully.